Welcome to the Big Four Accounting Firms podcast, brought to you by bigfouraccountingfirms.com. If you enjoy our show, don't forget to help us out by subscribing to this podcast, sharing it with a friend, and providing us with a review on iTunes. Check out the show notes below for the link. Thanks, and enjoy the show.
In today's podcast, we'll be continuing our Big Four compensation series, where we'll be going over the salaries at KPMG and what you can expect to earn from a career at KPMG. We'll be covering KPMG's salaries by analyzing what their employees earn in the largest cities in the United States. And the cities we'll be covering are New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, Houston, and Phoenix. To listen to the previous podcasts in the compensation series, make sure to check out the show notes to this podcast. Now, when we do our analysis, we focus on the manager and senior associate titles in each city that we spoke about earlier. And when we do our analysis, we focus on the manager and senior associate titles for KPMG. These are the two titles with the most employees with the most reliable data. We'll also be going over the salaries of each practice at KPMG, and those practices are audit, tax, and advisory. First, let's discuss what you can expect to earn from KPMG if you work in New York City. KPMG New York, an audit manager can expect to earn $104,000 per year on average, while a tax manager can expect to earn $127,000 per year on average. An advisory manager can expect to earn $134,000 per year on average, while an audit senior associate at KPMG New York can expect to earn $73,000, a tax senior $94,000, and an advisory senior $118,000 per year on average. It seems like KPMG has the lowest paying audit practice in New York out of the Big Four accounting firms. Their tax practice seems to be the highest paying though, and their advisory practice is probably the second best paying practice in New York. Let's see if that continues. Let's talk about KPMG salaries in the city of Los Angeles. In the KPMG LA office, an audit manager can expect to earn $96,000 per year on average, while a tax manager can expect to earn $109,000 per year, an advisory manager $128,000 per year, audit senior associate $65,000 per year, and a tax senior associate $75,000 per year. And lastly, advisory senior associate can expect to earn $92,000 per year on average out of KPMG Los Angeles. Again, it appears that KPMG doesn't pay their audit practice very well, and you can see this in the Los Angeles office as well. However, in Los Angeles, it appears that KPMG has the lowest paid tax practice and advisory practice out of the Big Four. With that, let's move on to Chicago. I wanted to take a small break to let you know that our Big Four accounting firms interview course has been released. And this is a great course. It has over an hour of information in there with professionally designed slides. And this gives you everything you need to know to get the job that you want within the Big Four. It tells you about the people that you'll be interviewing with, why they joined the Big Four, what their job entails. It goes over interview questions that you're likely to face, along with research that's already been completed for you. In addition, you also get 100 interview questions in a PDF format, and you also get a free resume template. So I encourage you to check that out. The link will be in the show notes, and also go to our website, bigfouraccountingfirms.com, and there will be links to this course on there as well. And with that, I'll let you get back to the show. In KPMG Chicago, an audit manager can expect to earn $90,000 per year on average. Tax manager, $108,000 per year. Advisory manager, $129,000 per year. Audit senior associate, $70,000. Tax senior associate, $81,000. And advisory senior associate, $91,000 per year. KPMG Chicago has lower salaries than both KPMG LA and KPMG New York from an audit perspective, but it looks like their advisory and tax practices pay better than KPMG's LA office. Now let's analyze KPMG's Houston office. KPMG Houston, an audit manager can expect to earn $95,000 per year on average. Tax manager $101,000, advisory manager $109,000 per year on average. Audit senior associate $65,000, tax senior associate $77,000 per year on average. And lastly, an advisory senior associate in KPMG Houston can expect to earn $83,000 per year on average. From this data, it appears that KPMG's Houston office is very poorly compensated. The only role that holds up on analysis is the audit manager role in Houston, making $95,000 per year. Otherwise, this would be an extremely poorly compensated office. And this is especially true from an audit side and a tax side. At least advisory gets a typical bump that we've seen across the Big Four, where the audit and tax practices of KPMG Houston don't appear to hold up to the other Big Four. And the last office we're going to analyze is KPMG Phoenix. KPMG Phoenix, we ran into the same problem that we ran into with Ernst & Young, where there wasn't enough available data, probably because it's a smaller office with fewer employees. So the only two positions that we were able to find data for was the audit senior associate and tax senior associate. In the KPMG Phoenix office, an audit senior associate can expect to earn $67,000 per year, while a tax senior associate can expect to earn $73,000 per year on average. And from that data, it looks like KPMG Phoenix would be one of KPMG's lowest paying offices out of the big cities in the United States. And what does this mean overall? Again, it appears that New York is the best paying big city in the United States if you're going to work at KPMG or any of the other Big Four firms like we said before. And another thing we learned is that consultants at KPMG are also well compensated, with tax coming in second and audit coming in last. And now that we've analyzed all the Big Four's salaries, we'll be going over a summary analysis in the next podcast. So to get that summary analysis of all the salaries of the Big Four, make sure to subscribe to this podcast.
We appreciate your help in growing this podcast so we can continue to bring you the best Big Four content possible. You could help us out by providing a review on iTunes, sending us an email with your comments, and don't forget to share with your friends. There's a link below in the show notes. That's our show for today. Thanks for listening and have a great day.